Are the Chicago Bears still talking to veteran pass rusher Yannick Ngakoue? Plus, Kiran Amegadjie activated for practice. What could that mean both in the short and long term? Talk about that. Plus, another potential storyline toward the end of this show. But listen, our goal for this week is to reach 97,000 subscribers before kickoff on Thursday. Can we do it before the Bears take on the Chiefs in the preseason finale? We're only 294 subs away. Our new subscribers, you guys have been balling out, our longtime OGs. We appreciate y'all as well. Spread the word, and if you haven't already, hit that sub button. It is 100% free. Will Ngakoue return? That's where we kick off today's show. I'm Harrison Graham. Albert Breer recently had a little bit of an update on the Sports Illustrated YouTube channel when talking about the Matt Judon situation, which more has come out on that as well. The Bears did try to trade for him. He chose Atlanta. And again, just kind of quick sidebar, I think Scott Pioli's note that the contract was the tipping point there. I think Judon just felt more comfortable that Atlanta was going to give him what he wants. So, that's what that came down to. But I think, A, with the fact that the Bears were interested in Judon and made an offer, and B, Breer is saying that they're still in communication with Ngakoue and have been this offseason. I think it's pretty clear that the Bears are still hunting for a pass rusher. They're just not going to overly force the issue. Like, if they really wanted Judon, they probably could have got him, but they clearly had some sort of a line there when it came to those negotiations. Now, Ryan Poles also on Saturday hopped on the telecast with Adam Amin, and, they were asked about the pass rusher situation. He said, yeah, front office is going to continue to explore options to improve the overall roster. Kind of generic talk. He also said he likes what he's seen from the young guys like Austin Booker and Dominique Robinson. But as it pertains to Ngakoue, listen, we're what? 20 days away from week one, exactly 20 days away, actually. And look, he was a bit overwhelming last year. We've talked about him a lot. I thought he played better with Montez Sweat once he came on board. He still wasn't great, but he was certainly a little bit more serviceable. And I guess that's kind of my question is, like, where would Yannick Ngakoue slot in among the pass rushers on this team at the defensive end position? Obviously, Montez Sweat is a far better player. DeMarcus Walker, I think, it obviously has more value because he can kick inside as well. Maybe Ngakoue as a pure edge rusher is better, but I think Walker's much better against the run and has the versatility. Also, when you look at the next crop of guys, Austin Booker, Jake Martin, who's been out for a few weeks now, Dominique Robinson, like, where does Ngakoue fit in that fold? I kind of think Booker offers more at this point than Ngakoue. Obviously, we have to see it in the regular season, but could he have a role as a third down specialist, perhaps? Like, I don't think it would be like last year if they signed him where he's your day one starter. I think that ship has sailed. But could he rotate in? Could he be part of kind of a NASCAR package when you're trying to get your four best pass rushers on the field? Dexter at the nose tech, Walker at the three tech, and Ngakoue and Sweat off the edge. I think that's a scenario that's at least a possibility. $10 million last year, $3 million this year. Like, if he wants to play, I don't think he's going to make much money. So, the clock is ticking for him to get on a team before week one. I get the feeling, though, that the Bears don't love what he did last year. Definitely would not force the issue here. But if it's super cheap and they feel like, he's at least a rosterable player, kind of made up a word there, then I could see a reunion at least being a possibility. What do you guys think? Should the Bears re-sign Yannick Ngakoue? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Give us your thoughts down in the comments section right now. Woo, woo! Brand new sponsor alert here at Chicago Bears Now. It is Turtle Beach. And guys, I got to tell you about Turtle Beach today, the number one brand in gaming headsets and accessories. I'm rocking my Turtle Beach headset today, and it picks up audio so clearly that you're basically cheating when you game. Get 10% off with code CHAT at turtlebeach.com/chat. And I recommend you get their all new Gen 3 Stealth 600 headset, as it's the best game gaming headset out there. You'll hear every footstep, every reload, and every enemy sneaking up on you as if they're in your living room. Turtle Beach gives you a leg up against the competition in the gaming world, and more than that, just gives you the best overall experience. I've been stacking dubs on College Football 25 recently and plan to do the same in Madden when I pick it up today. And hearing the broadcast and crowd noises in my ears, it's as if I was actually in the stadium. Oh, and by the way, they're also very comfortable, these headsets, so go check them out. Again, get 10% off with code CHAT for a limited time only at turtlebeach.com/chat. That link and promo code are in the comments and description of this video. Check out Turtle Beach today. All right, Kiran Amegadjie activated. Remember, Matt Eberflus was hopeful he'd be ready for the start of training camp. That clearly was not the case, but he is now off the NFI list, fully cleared from a quad injury, it would appear. This kind of sucks. I wish this happened like a week ago so he could play in this finale. I can't imagine a scenario where they ramp him up and he plays in a football game on Thursday, preseason or not. I just don't see that being the case. Maybe if their final preseason game was like on Sunday, could they get him out there for a series or two? But this guy hasn't practiced at the NFL level yet. He hasn't played in the game since last October. I think getting him ready for Thursday is asking a bit much. But I do wonder, what does this mean now, both for this season, but also when trying to construct this 53-man roster in terms of who you're going to keep? Now, again, center, right guard, very much in flux. Kind of feels like Coleman Shelton's going to be the starting center. I know this is ideally what they wanted when they put this group together. Bates at center and Davis at right guard, but I think it'll be Shelton at center, and depending on Bates' health, him or Nate Davis as the week one starter at right guard. I will say this for Amegadjie, even though he's not going to get to play in a game, it appears, better late than never. You still have almost 3 weeks until week one. You can ramp him up, get some practices in at least, and, at least he could be somewhat ready if he were needed in a game. I can't imagine he has a significant role this year. When they drafted him, I was like, okay, he could probably be your swing tackle as a rookie. Is that going to be his role from day one? Maybe by midseason if he continues to develop and practice, but like if, I don't know, Braxton Jones got hurt week one, I don't think Amegadjie's the first guy stepping in there. Like, he just hasn't practiced much at all. Like, today would be his first some level of practice, and I assume it's just going to be kind of a ramp up. So you've got that. And then also as a potential ramification, how does that throw a wrench into things when constructing the 53-man? Do they go heavier at offensive line? Do they kind of bank on him at least being ready to play if he has to step in there? Like, do they keep 10 instead of 9 because of him? Because to start the season, he may not be ready to go. I am fascinated to see how that all plays out, because I look at two guys who are probably currently on the bubble right now, Larry Borom and Jatiri Carter. I think Borom you would trust right now more to be your swing tackle, just because he's been around, he's been practicing. Obviously, Amegadjie has more upside. He's just starting a rookie contract. Borom's in the final year of his deal. Carter on the interior, I think with Matt Pryor showing he can hold it down in there. Bates' versatility. Obviously, you still have Nate Davis. Is he a guy that gets cut instead? Or do they keep both and, again, go like 10 offensive linemen? I certainly could see that being a possibility. So we'll see how this plays out. But, the scenario of starting him basically on short-term IR, because you can do that with two players now, it appears that's not going to be the case now unless there's some sort of setback with Kiran Amegadjie. All right, last kind of note here. Are the Bears set to rest their starters against the Chiefs on Thursday? They have added a practice to their training camp schedule for Wednesday, and that almost feels like an indication, because teams the day before a game don't do a full-fledged practice. They typically do a walkthrough. That could be a signal of like, hey, we're going to go hard in practice Wednesday, especially with our starters, and then backups will play on Thursday. Now, Matt Eberflus isn't going to talk to the media until Tuesday, so we won't know for sure until that point in time. But maybe they do sit Caleb in the starters, because they did play the entire first half against Cincinnati. Maybe they feel like they have enough positive momentum with how that ended with 10 points over the final two drives. Maybe they just play it cautious and roll out the backups on Thursday. I would like to see Caleb get a drive or two, even if it's kind of ramped back, more like the first game where he plays 2 drives, even if it's a couple of 3 and outs, just get him some snaps. But maybe on the quick turnaround, maybe after getting extended run on this past Saturday, they just opt to play it safe. Again, we won't know for sure until Flus talks on Tuesday, unless there's a leak today. But, that could be a signal adding that practice that they're not going to play their guys on Thursday. What do you guys think? Should Caleb play on Thursday? I think he should. Maybe not a full half, but I don't know, 2 drives, a quarter. Type P for play, type S for sit. Not going to freak out either way, but I would like to give him some reps. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Shout out Turtle Beach again. Go check those guys out. Best gaming headsets out there. We'll be back at 4 o'clock Central Time for Chicago Bears Now Live. More news and rumors, updates from camp, and everything in between. So rock and roll with us then. My name is Harrison Graham. Bear down.